Good morning, dear friends. Welcome to day 44 of our 60 days of mindfulness, the blooming of a lotus. And today we'll be continuing with our practice of impermanence, the body and also things outside of the body after our morning meditation, morning chant and our shamatha practice.
In stillness we sit, our hearts are at peace. A smile is on our lips. This is a new day. We vow to go through it in mindfulness. So the sun of insight can rise and shine in every direction. Noble Sangha, diligently bring our minds into meditation. Namo Shakyamunaye Buddhaya.
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 Being attentive to our body and the position of our body, how our body is sitting on a chair or on a cushion, sitting with stability, the sense of arrival in the very here and now. And being attentive to the posture. The spine holds up the back, feeling the light curvature of the back, the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Gently elongating the spine if need be, without straining it. And feeling the vertebrae entering the neck, going to the head, and holding ourselves upright and stable. You need to adjust your posture, to adjust your position. Always feel comfortable to do so, but do it with awareness, knowing that you're shifting your position, shifting your posture. And then bringing awareness to our breath, how it enters our nostrils, feeling the rise and fall of the chest, and the rise and fall of the abdomen. Just feeling the gentle rise and fall with each in-breath and each out-breath. Being aware of the whole length of the breath by being aware from the beginning of the in-breath, the end of the in-breath, beginning of the out-breath, the end of the out-breath. Not trying to control the breath, just being aware of the natural breath. It's short or long, deep or shallow. And using the calm and relaxed form of the breath to relax our whole body from the top of our head to our toes. Breathing in, I calm myself. Breathing out, I feel at ease. Calm, ease. And just feeling that relaxedness in your face, in your shoulders, your arms, your hands, the torso, the hips, the thighs, the lower legs, the feet. Just feeling a sense of your body, and a sense of relaxedness as you follow the breath, in the present moment. As we maintain this awareness and invite ourselves to hear the sound of the bell, we smile, knowing that we're alive, appreciating this moment. So yesterday we started with the practice of impermanence. It's one of the 4 objects of mind mentioned in the Anapanasati Sutra: the fading of desire, the ending of dualistic concepts such as birth and death, coming and going, and letting go. So understanding this and practicing this is important, not just intellectually, but as a meditation that needs to be sustained for our true liberation. So it may seem simple that everything's impermanent, we know that, but when we practice it and realize it, that allows us to be free, not caught in the idea of something that we want to continue. But it also gives us that appreciation, I feel, that we know that we can really appreciate what we have, so we're not caught in it, and we know that the reality of impermanence or things changing is what reality is, so we don't get caught in that idea. So that's with our body, and not just with our body, but also with the globe, with the governments. So that's what our practice is today. And then we can remain peaceful and content in the face of change. And whether it's prosperity or failure, we don't get so buffeted by it. Aware of my lungs, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of my lungs, I breathe out. It's being aware of the constant change in our lungs with each breath. Lungs, impermanent. Aware of my lungs, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of my lungs, I breathe out. Lungs, impermanent. Aware of my intestines, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of my intestines, I breathe out. Intestines, impermanent. Aware of my intestines, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of my intestines, I breathe out. Intestines, impermanent. Aware of my kidneys, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of my kidneys, I breathe out. Kidneys, impermanent. Aware of my kidneys, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of my kidneys, I breathe out. Kidneys, impermanent. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of my body, I breathe out. Body, impermanent. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of my body, I breathe out. Body, impermanent. aware, aware of the planet Earth, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of the planet Earth, I breathe out. The planet Earth, impermanent. Aware of the planet Earth, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of the planet Earth, I breathe out. The planet Earth, impermanent. Aware of the human species, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of the human species, I breathe out. The human species, impermanent. Aware of the human species, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of the human species, I breathe out. The human species, impermanent. Aware of governments, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of governments, I breathe out. Governments, impermanent. Aware of governments, I breathe in. Seeing the impermanence of governments, I breathe out. Governments, impermanent. Practicing the way of awareness gives rise to benefits without limits. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, and numerous beings who give guidance and support along the path. So, dear friends, we all know everything is in constant change, and sometimes we are reminded of these things more when people around us die, or we have birthdays or celebration days. They mark a particular point in our lives or time, and impermanence is that marker in time. So it's important that we know that that's the reality and we can't change it. And so in accepting it, we actually can celebrate it. Like we said yesterday, if you don't have impermanence, then a child won't grow up, or a small grain of rice won't become a whole ear of rice. So Thai likes to say something like "long live impermanence." So it's very nice. And also, when we look at the wider ramifications of global warming and things like this, sometimes we can get into despair. But once we can accept, then we don't have to get into despair. We can do something about it. Change is also not inevitable in the direction it goes. We can mold it by our actions and our collective action. And so we don't need to despair with governments. Elections are also reminders of potential change. So that's why we say happy continuation. And anyway, have a nice day together. And we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have some question and answers, so we can ask questions directly online or however, or if you have any questions before, you can send them by email or WhatsApp. And then let's see how it's going. We've covered quite a lot in the last 44 days. So if anything's coming up or you feel you have some questions, then please feel free to ask. Thank you. Have a good day.